Join us today as we go over the best seed starting mix that's out there today. You want to grow anything from a regular garden plant to an extreme massive pumpkin. This is the seed starting mix that you're going to want to make to ensure you have great success in starting those seeds and growing a great harvest. Let's get to it. Okay guys, first thing you're going to want is Happy Frog, a bag of Happy Frog potting soil. You're going to want a bag of biochar from Wakefield, biochar soil conditioner. You're going to want a bag of potting soil. You're going to want Azos, Mycos, and Versity, all from Extreme Gardening. Get you a couple shovels, auger and a drill, seed starting containers like these right here, 6-cell or 4-cell, and a tray. Let's get to it. All right guys, first thing you want to do is you want to dump your bags, all 3 of them, into a wheelbarrow or into something. You don't have to use all 3 bags, but use 3 equal parts of each thing, okay? Now, I know that these bags are completely different sizes, so they won't be true equal parts, but this bag right here is 32 quarts. This bag right here is 1 cubic foot, and this bag right here is 2 cubic foot. So, you got 2 cubic foot of Happy Frog, 1 cubic foot of Wakefield biochar, and 32 quarts of this potting soil. So, try to, you know, if I was going to use them, I'm going to use all 3 of these bags together. So break that down into what that would come out if you're going to use a smaller mix. All right, so if you're not going to mix it up in a wheelbarrow, you're going to mix it up in a 5-gallon pot or 5-gallon bucket or something like that. Work it out to where you got that mixture going, right? So whatever 2 cubic foot would come out to be, 1 cubic and 32 quarts. All right, hopefully that explained that good. But we're going to dump all 3 of these bags into the wheelbarrow. We'll bring you back whenever we're getting ready to mix it all up. Put it down, Megan. I'm getting ready to use it. Put it back over here.
What are you using it for?
Hmm?
What are you using it for?
I'm going to put the seed starting thing on there. Okay, guys, you're going to take your mix here and start sprinkling it on.
Mom brushed my hair, so you build me a little playhouse?
Maybe. Not right now. Yep.
Does that happen to everybody?
You on that fence. Okay, guys, now all you got to do, get your tray sitting here.
I'll help you.
Well, first, we'll fill all of our trays up.
With?
So we just pack them,
I'll
like
help
so.
you with this.
Any big sticks, we get them out, pack them down.
I've done this before, I can do it again.
That's right.
I think I was 5 when I did this.
Make sure they're packed good.
Was I 5 when I did this?
Yeah.
I think I was 5.
Make sure you get them packed down in there good, because if you don't, it won't do right.
How many times do you have to pack them in?
Just enough to where they're packed in there.
Get some more in there.
Do it like that. Make sure you got good compaction all the way down to the bottom on these.
Yeah, because you don't want any holes on field. You want them all filled up.
Right.
Because if they're
Put them
not
on
all
your tray.
filled up, then they ain't going to work if they're not all filled up. So they have to all be filled up with the same amount. If there's too much of the extra, then you just can scrape
Any
it
big
off.
sticks, throw the big sticks out. Work it down in there.
If you got too much, just scrape it with your hand and make it
level
look
it
like
off.
that.
Yep, good girl.
It needs to be just enough leveled to where it will be to the very top.
Yep.
And once it's leveled, you put it in your tray.
That's right.
And
Put it in
they
your
will
tray.
grow. And once they grow, they'll grow very good if you take very good care.
The reason why we did what we did is Fox Farm is a great thing to grow them in, but it sometimes, for some plants, it can be a little bit too hot. So what you do is you tone down the heat of the soil with mixing it with that other dirt.
And mixing it with water.
And then, by mixing it with that potting soil, we've toned it down some where it's not as hot. So any plants that it might have burnt, it won't burn now. So we're good to go on that front. And then it's still got nutrients in there that it'll feed them gently. All right. It also has stuff in there that can start working biologically. Right. That's why we started putting the azos, the mycos, and the versity in there. So now we're covered on all fronts, both nutrient-wise and biologic-wise. And it's balanced enough to where all of our plants are going to be able to thrive, not just survive. All right? Given the right conditions, given good heat, good light, these plants are going to be phenomenal and the best starts that you'll see. And you'll notice that you can start later in the season with this soil than you can other soils. And the reason for that is because plants will be at their maximum growing capacity once they have come to life, or germinated in this sense. All right, they're going to grow a lot better. So you don't have to start them 3 months out as opposed to starting them a month out. I've watched this, I've done this test for the past couple months here, and it's worked out really, really well for us. And the plants grew faster, and so that means I didn't have to plant as early, because usually I've got pepper plants, before I put them in the ground, they're already producing flowers and peppers. You don't really want that, because when you plant them, things go, they're busy trying to grow peppers and not grow the plant. So then you get a little bit of stunt for about a month, that puts you a month later harvesting peppers. And I've done that since 2020. And I've always planted them super early. Start them in December, January, baby them along in the winter, and then, get them out, come end of May, beginning of June. And they do well. I get 70 plus pounds of peppers a week. But the problem is that stunt period after transplant. And I didn't want to keep doing that. And it's just a lot of work trying to keep them alive. So I was trying to figure out the best way, the best mix and stuff to get them to grow their maximum once they germinate, maximum growth up until I'm ready to transplant, and to shorten that time down to where I could plant later and still have a great harvest, but have my harvest earlier, because they're not going to be worried about growing peppers. They're going to be worried about growing plants still. Same thing with my tomatoes and lots of other things that I don't direct sow. If I got to start them inside, I always have to start them way, way early and then baby them along, and it just messes things up. But with this, what I found is I can start them 6 weeks, literally 6 weeks before the transplant, and my pepper plants and tomato plants will be phenomenal, ready to go in the ground and take off like a rocket. Gotta get all these trays filled and all that good stuff. So we're gonna be here for a while. We'll bring you back once we get everything filled up, and we're ready to start planting some stuff. All right.
Hey Dad, I already made like a trace with my thing on accident.
Yeah.
But now it just makes it easier for me to see what I'm doing and where to put that. And it makes it very fun.
Yeah, very fun.
Yeah. Just planning stuff and doing stuff like this is very, very fun.
Ain't it? It's a lot of fun, ain't it?
Yeah, because it's with you, and I love you.
I love you too, baby. Okay guys, we're going to fill up our Smart Pot containers here. These are our transplant pots from Smart Pot. They're purposefully made for transplanting. We have 2 gallon and we have 1 gallon pots that are ready to go. Just filling them up here. Sides roll down on them. Really, really nice. Super easy. Makes life a lot simpler. You guys can see here, the sides just roll right down. They're split. They'll roll right down off of there, allowing you to get your transplant out. Much better than having those ones that have the sides slit on both sides and stuff. Those work, no doubt, but I've used them and they do work, so I can't knock them, but this right here seems to be a lot simpler. this is a 3-gallon pot. That's what I was wondering why it looked bigger. It's because it's 3 gallon. All right, so there we go. Now, all we gotta do is transplant into these, and we will do that. We got some other pots that we might start up here in a second. But let me go get some markers and sticks and stuff so we can label these. Okay guys, so first up, we'll start a 665 here, or excuse me, 1009. Then start a 665. Got many 1009s left. Good, might have living. Hopefully it'll perform this year. So far, from what I've seen, everybody else has grown them. Looking pretty dag-blame good. 665 right there. $15.01 Vanderweilen. Most expensive seed I've ever started. It's the big pot. $22.71 Vanderweilen. Right here. $16.10 beer right here. We'll plant the rest of these throughout the day, but you guys get the hint. Just plant, plant, plant. Hey guys, so we're gonna start planting our stuff here. We got the okra, we got peppers, tomatoes, eggplants all out. So start throwing a bunch of that stuff and getting it ready. Tons of tomatoes to go through. There's tons of stuff to go through. Way too much to really try to put on camera. So we'll go through all the different varieties as they come up and stuff, and we'll talk about them then. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys have learned how to make a really, really good mix, a seed starting mix that you guys can use for years to come to help increase your success of growth and transplant shock and all that stuff. I'm telling you, from everything that I've done with this mix over the past, probably 6 to 8 months, it's been pretty good. Just trying to shorten that time, and that's why I hadn't planted until now. So hopefully this will do really good going into the summer. We won't know until we get to the summer when we start planting stuff out, or late spring rather. But I think it's going to work out, and I think it's going to work really good. So anyhow, any questions, comments, concerns, you know what to do. Appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you next time right here in the hollers and hills of West Virginia. See y'all.
Don't forget to smash that like button. That notification bell. Don't get the
Good job. Here you go. Thank you.
Don't get the
Don't forget to share. Yep. There you go. Good job. And subscribe.
subscribe.